Hello, welcome to iRacing. We are in the 358 Modifieds at USA International Speedway. So this is my second attempt at this race. First attempt, got caught up in a turn one pile up that happened right in front of me. Although I ended up coming out of it better than most of them. Got dive bombed, spun. I was in fifth, so lost that spot. I just kind of hung out sixth the rest of the race. The reason I didn't post it, though, is not because of a poor performance. It's because in the voice chat, well, first of all, there was presumably a girl in the race, based on her name. And as we were gridding up, some guy just started throwing sexist comments into the voice chat. And then it wasn't very long into the race. I don't know what happened between her and these other front runners. But then she started just camping out, and every time they'd come by, she would try to hit them, like protestable stuff. And it was, and then they started throwing some racist stuff out there just to complete the picture. And I didn't have any way to mute it as it was going on. I did not want to release that. It was pretty despicable stuff. The whole race was, I was just out there running around. Whoa. The track wasn't bumpy like that in my first race, nor was it this slick already. But it was bad. I ended up 7th, I think. I don't, 6th or 7th. I lost 1 I rating, so basically broke even.
P2, that puts you 0.5 off the leader's pace.
Other things to mention. This is why I don't like having to redo a race. I'm just like stuff I want to say. I'm not driving this very well at all. I spent half an hour in practice before that first race, then the race, then probably another 15 minutes in practice before this race, and I haven't encountered a track condition anywhere near this crappy. But my last 358 mods video, I had someone come in the comments and tell me I should be changing my field of view to around 95. And I was like, okay, well, I immediately understood probably why, especially with my comments in the video about how it's hard to see who's on the outside of you, or the inside of you for that matter, especially when you're somewhat sideways. I'm not going to be fast. I wasn't fast in the last one either. What do we got? 1.0 strength field. My last race was a 1.3. 10 cars. There was 12 in that race. I'm the 4. I was like the 8 in that race. So it's a different composition. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, the field of view. So I tried it at 95. And that was just way too weird.
We have 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
So I'm trying a happy medium. I was at 63. That guy suggested 95. I've got it set at 80. So I'm definitely not going to leave it at 80 for my other cars, because I have a feeling that's just going to throw me off bigger than life. So this is... The preferred line is slick. Was not like that even at the end of the last race. It's definitely harder to do what I want. That being said,
P3, your last lap time was at 24.7.
oh, those bumps. Oh my god.
Fastest lap for Steel, 24.7.
How in the world is that up on my last lap, the way I took that? I think slow is fast here, and I'm going to have to keep that in mind. I tried to gun it to get everything I could there.
The leader's just done a 24.6.
This is different. Let's see.
P5.
I don't know. Oh, another thing I was talking about? Oh, I went to Trading Paints and quickly found, I'm like, oh, I'll do a Mountain Dew car. It'll be like my Mountain Dew car in the rookie street stocks. Or the dirt street stocks, I should say. But, yeah, this is a hideous, hideous paint scheme. So I think this is going to be one-time only deal here. The problem with the modifieds and Trading Paints is, you know, there's a lot of cool-looking paint schemes, but they're all custom number, and they're all pretty personalized. They look a lot like actual modified paint schemes. They're cool. But I don't have the artistic ability to do my own like that. But I also feel weird running somebody else's paint. You know, a lot of them have their name on it and everything. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's weird. So the last one I was running was pretty generic and basic, but at least I don't know. I should have kept out there and ran some more laps. It's frustrating to have to re-record a video. Had I had the ability to mute voice chat, or if I wanted to do editing, I don't know. It was like all race long, and there was, you know, just too many people involved in it, and it wasn't stuff that I wanted to be publishing out there. So the result itself, I would have lived with. Like I said last week, I launched myself off a tire, kind of into the wall, upside down, had to tow, and went out there and finished the race. I mean, I kept that one, even though my next two races that I did off, I didn't record them. I got second place in both of them. So, I mean, if I was going to be like that, I would have just thrown that first one away and kept one of the second ones. But no, I might not put a race out there if it's like a minute long because something happens right away and I can't continue. Although maybe I'd put it out as a quick hit video and then be like, you know, hopefully a full version will be coming later. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm more off the pace in this one than I was in the previous one. But what can you do? Hopefully I get a race that I can just keep and move on, because I love the modifieds. I love this car. I do not love this track. And I'll tell you what, this current track condition is even worse. Although, I mean, you need to learn. It's realistic dirt. I mean, being around dirt racing for my younger years a lot, real life dirt racing, you know, the same track every week could be completely different in how it wore in throughout the night. You know, things like how windy it was out, it would dry the track out more, or what kind of track prep they put into it. You know, you would see ruts developing in the track. It's a realistic thing. Watching the cars bounce down in the corner or trying to avoid them, so it's definitely something worth learning to deal with. Man, no offense to whoever made this paint scheme, but I didn't realize how garish it was going to look in action. That's probably annoying. I should stop doing that. Looks like we have an 800 iRating on pole. I'm 1100, but technically I'm like 1197. So it rounds down. I'm so close to the 1200. Whatever. See, I ran the video I published last week in this car. I lost some iRating, but then I ran 2 second places in a row. I gained way more from those than I lost in the one, so I'm actually on the climb a little bit. I think it was getting close to 800 myself in this car, or in dirt oil. So, what else did I even talk about? I was mentioning I was looking forward to moving up to C because I want to do the big block modifieds also. Let's talk about sprint cars and late models and stuff, like how sprint cars don't even interest me at all.
Let's make them count.
They never have. I don't know why. Because around here, all the dirt tracks for where I grew up, sprint cars never ran around here. So I never really grew up watching. Good luck, guys. And, so my point was like, do I just stick with the modifieds? Is 2, 3 if you count the UMP modifieds classes they're on? Or do I try out some late models or some sprint cars or something else? I don't know what else there is, but... And I don't know the answer to that yet. I don't need to run 20 different series every week either. It's fun for putting out videos. It's not necessarily the best way to get better at iRacing. It's not sticking to one series, but I would just get... As much fun as this is, if I just like decided, you know, I'm going to do trucks, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to get good at trucks, and I ran the same thing over and over and over and over again all week, I would start to get bored of it. That's just the way I am with any game. Alright. My last race. I think I'm starting literally the exact same spot, 6th. And there was a big turn 1 pileup that I couldn't avoid. But then I got through, you know, the people. I was face straight, so once I was able to shove my way out of it, I cleared all those people. My car still drove fine. The top 4 were like a whole straightaway ahead of me, though, and it was like already. Then, like I said, guy behind me, then a few laps later, just slid up into me and turned me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Got going again. There's a few more randoms, because like I said, we had a person out there.
Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble. Go.
Purposely sitting on the track. Get out of the wall. That's my fault. Turn, car. I shouldn't talk during the start. Well, I'll apologize to that person if they're still around at the end. Yeah, it looks like people are running up high because of the track conditions. That was not... absolutely not the case. Last race. I didn't even practice running up high, as you might be able to tell. Wow. Someone felt like I got hit, but there's no one there to hit me.
24.5. The guy in front has just done a 24.
I'm down here just because that's where my car ended up.
24.9.
Okay, I'll leave the high line for him since he's going to have a run. I'm just going to let him by. This is not a good race so far. Yeah, you do not want to be in that slick. You either need to be under it or over it.
P6. The guy in front has just done a 24.7.
Okay, let's just settle in. Got a second lead behind us. Try not to cause any more problems. And just get this done with, because I'm really not enjoying it at all. And I'm hitting the wall. That wasn't something I was doing last race because I was really never up there. Assuming the 2X came from that first contact. Got those bumps.
That's the fastest lap of the race.
A lot calmer on the voice chat and on the track than the last race was. I should have known to be running up there.
Fastest lap for row 24.5. P6.
P6. Looks like I'll lose some I rating if I finish here.
The gap ahead is
That's
now
okay.
4.4.
Small gains and losses don't bother me. It's when you have a really bad race and you like lose 100, it takes forever to gain that back if you're me. And the only reason I even care about that is I don't want to be in the bottom split all the time. I don't care if I'm not in the top split. Is that a lapper or did I gain a spot? The reason I don't want to be in the bottom split is not because I feel like ashamed being down there. It's just I feel like you're going to get a little more clean racing just by more competent racers being higher. But, you know, I'm down in that split because that's where I belong. I need to earn my way out of it. So I'm not blaming other people or anything like that. Like I said, somebody got screwed, most likely because of my bad start. I'm going to rewatch it, obviously. Sometimes what you think happened isn't what actually happened. Just got to keep it straight. I'm not going to track any of these people down, probably. But if I can keep it straight, maybe another one of them will be randomly sitting on the front stretch on the roof and I can get another spot. So always a chance they'll get into the wall, too, because we're all running up here. 3.9 behind me, so that's good motivation to just be careful. Yeah, I was lapped in the last race too because so many things had slowed me down, like major.
That was 25.2.
Plus, obviously, I was running slower laps than the leaders, but I don't think I would have been lapped had I not had any incidents because this is a pretty long track. It's just not my favorite for dirt. I don't mind this track, the paved version of it. Just like a good little short track. But in 358 mods, this is like a huge track. I don't need straightaways that last that long, you know what I mean? Just get me to the next turn where the fun is. And losing ahead of me, gaining behind me.
The gap in front is now 2.1.
That's a lap car. They're going into the pits. I just went for an itch and bumped my mic, so if you heard something, that's what that was. Itch my face.
25.1.
Another lap car bit. I don't honestly know who I messed up. You never want to assume someone's looking for retaliation, but you never know at the same time.
Okay, Justin, there's a car exit in the pits. Heads up.
Too much. I'm just sliding it up to the wall, then I'm having to let completely off to not hit it. That's not top driving, I don't think. But neither is. Wow, I didn't touch the wall. And the car just wouldn't turn, and I was just. Oh, there's a bump there that I didn't know about. That screwed me up. Alright, I think my previous driving style was working better. This is a challenge. Much different than my last race. The challenge there was, I don't know, everyone's handling this better than they handled the much easier driving conditions.
2.0 seconds.
Probably because they know they got to be careful here. The bumps are just the worst.
You've just done a 25.3.
Still, I got 5.8 behind me. That number's only gotten bigger. I have no need to get by this 8. It's not like I'm being held up by him anyway. I'll just keep going. Got a little scared by him hitting the wall. Just kind of backed it off. It screwed up my corner, but that's okay. I don't even want to know what he's doing now.
2.7.
I'm just like not moving here. Is he trying to let me by? Yeah, I think so. Let's just take advantage of his generosity and do it. It's like being on ice right there. You can just feel it. Like, it's amazing what even this cheap Logitech force feedback wheel, how much you can just feel through it, you know? It's really cool. If anyone's never raced with a force feedback wheel before, I'm sure the direct drives and stuff even feel better, but wow. I kind of feel like I don't want to be up there anymore, but where do you go? Down here? No, not really. I'm just going to slide back up anyway. Alright, 5.1 behind me. That's the number that could get bad if I keep this crap
That was
up.
25.4.
Let's just go up here, but...
The gap in front is now 3.9.
Wow. This is a challenge. I don't think I've ever raced on a track that was this slick all the way through. There's a little moisture up there, but yeah, I'm losing time behind me.
The gap to Davis behind is now 5.5 seconds.
I don't want to get lapped either. It's just, I don't want to have to deal with, oh, yeah, the time behind me got big again. That takes the pressure off a little bit. Getting lapped. It's just I don't want to have to deal with letting them by and the potential to screw them up. But I'd like to think I can keep 10 seconds in 9 laps or whatever I'm on. I am not consistent at all because everyone else is doing this better than me. Got 6.3 behind me now. Unless I really screw up, I should finish 5th at least. Yeah, the leader's gaining, but not enough that if I don't really screw it up, that I should be worried about getting lapped before the end.
Okay, Justin, that's good consistency. Keep it up. The gap in front is now 4.1 seconds.
This is night and day different. That's okay. It's good practice. I can't imagine what it's like to race on a track like this with a higher power car. Oh, yep, I knew it was going to hit the wall
That
there.
time was 25.7.
Gotta remember to watch the start, and hopefully whoever is around is still here. People tend to leave so fast, you can't apologize. That being said, if I would turn on my ability to do voice chat, I could just say it quick, but... Five laps to go. Keep the right rear in that little groove. 7.3 to the leader. I'm more worried about that than the actual position. This race wasn't a good one for me to determine whether this FOV was worth it or not. We'll wait at a track where there's a lot more side-by-side racing. 5.8 behind. Starting to get a little feel for this. I don't think it's fast, but it's probably looking better than it did for a while there, skill-wise. That's not going to be good.
The gap to Davis behind is now 5.9.
Ugh, that was bad. I'm just like, hey, I'm looking a little better skill-wise. I'm surprised that this car is even driving. That was my worry, that I had just screwed up my 5th place. Let's just get it home. 2 more times is all. Less chance to be lapped because the leader only has to go around 1 more time. I'm still 6 seconds ahead of the place. 6th place, so just gonna go with it.
Last lap, that was a 25.6.
Wow. Hey, fireworks for me? You shouldn't have.
Good race.
Yeah, good race.
Wow.
And there's the finish. Good
You're
result,
pretty
mate. Well
smooth,
done.
Blake.
Let's get off and let's check the start quick.
You nice pass you had on me.
Thank you.
7.
You were making the bottom work down in 3 and 4, though.
Yeah, yep, it was a good race. I really enjoy this. It's pretty cool. Have a great day, everybody.
You too.
Alright, got that out of the way. We'll watch incidents. The first incident being me on the start. So we might as well just stay with it. Yep. Number 8 spins out. Probably going to see some wall hits. And that was a wall hit for sure. Oh yeah, this is when I came flying by. Eventually. He's still on the track. He's not going to hit someone, is he? He's trying to get turned around. I don't know. Okay. He spent a lot of time doing that. Make sure. I don't know if he was trying to reply to me or... Yeah, the bumps were crazy. In my efforts to talk to him, I'm getting old. 7 was doing something there. You guys might have been watching while I was trying to type. Blink, blink. 12 just blinks. We've seen 1 before. We've seen that exact story before, except he didn't end up on his roof this time. This is the number 3 car. I only know that because of the relative over there. Or no, number 12. Well, now I see custom numbers. That's frustrating. This guy. I don't... The way the wheels looked, I cannot believe that I was able to finish. 8. Oh! Wowie, 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 wowie. This car again. He's in second place. And we're done. Oh, he's done talking. Well, hey, he's not mad, so I appreciate that. I did come down. It's thing that happened. I just feel bad because had I not hit the wall, I wouldn't have. And then I pulled off too hard. It was all like split second stuff. Didn't mean to do it, but what did I gain or lose for iRating? I gained 4. Lost 1 last time, gained 4 this time. That should put me right at 1200. I got too much crap open. What am I looking for here? Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. I was just curious. I can look at that off video. No one else cares if I'm at exactly 1200 or not, or why I'm even worried about that specific number. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm struggling here to end this video. All right. For real now. See you later.